Hey guys. Okay, so Omnijournaling. Y'all know I like to try new things, and you also know I like to mix up my travel journals. So I was going to show you what I've done for my Omnijournal. I'm using my Diane Reevely journal for this, and I love/hate it for it. I'll tell you why and show you. I love it because of the size. It's very portable. I love it because of the pocket inside. Although my other one, I overfilled the pocket and that made the pocket come out. So I have got a second envelope that I've just tucked in there. And what have I got in these? Well, I have got basically a little bit of everything. Let me make sure I'm still in frame here because I'm using my overhead thing and I can't see. So, I have got just some odds and ends scraps. Let me slide the journal itself out of the way. This was left over from my day at Canvas Corp. It's just a scrap of ribbon that was on my desk, some die cuts, pocket envelope, and this is going to be one of the projects. I've done this before, but we're going to do it again because I know we've gotten a lot of new members, and I love these. They're super easy, super cheap, and super fun. Washi tape. This is a washi tape card somebody sent me, and then I just grabbed a set of washi tape and just started loading up playing cards to have a lot of washi tape in here. And then this is homemade washi tape. Oh, and this is on the medical tape. If you have not seen that video, it's on my YouTube. It is working great. The medical tape stays sticky, it stays pliable, it doesn't have all the side effects and problems that I had with the masking tape. So, yeah, first aid tape, that's your key. Then I've just got some scrapbook pieces of paper, the packaging off of my journal because I loved the background of it all. So there's all that. More scrapbook paper, some sticker scraps. The packaging from Architecture's, Canvas Corp's architecture pieces. I love this packaging. And so I've got 2 of them that I've thrown in here. Scrap of canvas. Oh, these are clear circles. I have no idea where they came from. They clung to something, and so I thought, well, maybe I'll use them. Tag of words from scrapbook paper, die cut, another stamp and die cut, sticker. Alright, so like I said, just a hodgepodge of stuff that was basically on my desk. And I thought, well, you know, who knows what I want to use. And then I went through my scrap pile. I keep a box where I put all my scraps in that are good enough to still use. And I went through it. So if I have scraps of paper, or these were images from a scrapbook paper that I cut out because I used part of it, but I didn't use all of them. I'm going to stick these back in here as I show you. Of course, this is where I did heart punches, and I liked the paper that was left. A tag. Another one of those pocket envelopes. This one is a top loader. And again, we're going to do those as a project. I had punched ATCs out of this gorgeous paper, and the bits I had left I thought made really cute frames. And I thought frames would work really good in an Omnijournal. If you wanted to put bullet notes in something or a little spaced diary, I always throw old book pages in everything because I never know when I'm going to want to use them. Again, this is scraps where I did die cuts. I took manila folder and I covered it with a whole bunch of different washi tapes to get this unique pattern. And then I did punches, or die cuts actually, in it. And of course I wanted the pieces for a specific project, but this was so gorgeous that I couldn't just toss it, so it goes in here. And this is a digi stamp from Nikki Botslana, and she has the Art Journal Junkies group if you are in it. Some more of that same scrap paper. This was an experiment, and I just cut it into a tag. It is taking your inks and a straw, and I don't know that I've done a video on that. If I haven't, we'll do one eventually. I was practicing drawing mandalas, and I just drew them on some scrap tags. These are some punches that I made for a not punches, embossed sheets that I made for a project, and then I didn't end up using them, and I thought they would be great tip-in pages for an Omni journal. Leftover stamped words, a tag. Somebody sent me this. I think it was Joy, but I'm not positive. Again, pretty paper that I had done a die cut out of, and I thought would make a gorgeous frame. A leftover tag I made. I was just playing one day in 2015. And I've never done anything with it. This is one somebody sent me, and they didn't put their name on it, and I don't remember who it was. Scrap paper and scrap paper. So basically I just kind of grabbed a hodgepodge of stuff that was already on my top of my scrap pile and put it in here for things I thought I'd like. Alright, so let's talk journal. I'm using my Diane Reevely Dilutions small journal, and I just had an extra one on the shelf, and I'm liking how it's looking. I am loving the tip-in, and I am loving the kind of randomness of it. And I haven't finished yesterday's. If you're on my Facebook, one of my Facebook friends, I went to Crystal Bridges to the Chihuly glass exhibit yesterday, and I wanted to do a little either drawing, journaling, something here about that. And then on the drive, I just was doodling fat birds. Okay, I put a little watercolor just randomly on some of the pages so they wouldn't be just completely blank. But a lot of them are still completely blank. Alright, so what don't I love about this? Well, if you look behind my fat bird, you will see it. Do you see the Saturday coming bleeding through? That's just a regular Sharpie. Usually when I use these, I'm using Diane's Dilutions paints and her, stencils and stuff. And I'm usually using her stuff in my other one of these, which may or may not be handy. Hang on. Okay, it doesn't look like it is on the shelf where it should be, so there's no telling where it is. It's over there. Yeah, it's not where it should be, so I'm not sure where it is to show it to you. But this is the first time I've done a lot of this kind of stuff where I'm doing a lot of markers, and yeah, they totally bleed through the paper. So that's why I have this big sticker here. What was it I drew over here? Oh, the Wednesday. The Wednesday completely went through. So I just put that paper down, and life is short by the shoes. So I am enjoying the process, even though I have only done a little of it. But I will tell you, this would not be my best choice for a journal for it. If you are going to use this, the watercolors did fine. The pencil did fine, but the Sharpie and my other black pen that's in there did not. They both bled. So, okay, so what am I using in my travel kit? Because I told you I'm using this as my travel journal because I like that I can do it in little small 5-10 minute bursts. I did a lot of these at lunch. I did some of them in the car yesterday. I have got these Lumacolor markers. Got these at Staples and they were very inexpensive and they have lasted very well. I really like them. And the case, y'all know I like gimmicky stuff. The case actually makes a little prop-up stand for your pens. I like that. But they do bleed through this paper, so know that. I've got a glue stick because I've got all that collage stuff in there, so I grabbed a glue stick. Alright, Joy gave me these when we were on our trip to try because she knows of my permanent search for the perfect marker. These are Winsor & Newton pigment markers. Let me see if I can get them where you can see them. I like the markers. I will say they bled through the paper horribly. Horribly. So again, not great in this journal. But the markers are really good. They have a lot of really good color. They did wick on this paper as well, which I didn't like. But again, I'm thinking that's a paper issue more than anything else. Alright, I got this when I went to the Art Outfitters birthday bash. It's a Faber-Castell dark cadmium orange 115. And I love how fat it is. And I love the color. Here, I'll show it to you. And it does blend with just your fingertip. I used it here on this. And then I used it as the orange on all the flowers. I'm loving this. And this worked really well in these. So if you had a set of these, then I would say absolutely use these instead of markers on this paper and you'd be good. But you're still going to have to find a pen that doesn't bleed through. Black pens. I always keep a selection of black pens. Get them all out. Okay, black pens. I have a Stabilo. I have not tried this in there yet. It might not bleed through. So that might be my saving grace. It is a teeny tiny point though. Let me get it where you can see it. It's a teeny tiny point. So it would take me a while to do some of the big stuff that I'm doing. This is one I got off Jet Pens. It's from Japan. Don't ask me a name because there isn't one. But it is a calligraphy type pen. Dadgummit, I can't seem to aim today. There we go. Calligraphy type pen, and I really do like it, even though I do not do calligraphy. Of course, Sharpies. I've got the bigger Sharpie, which is considered the fine point, but I mean, surely y'all all know they're not really. And then I have got, this is the one I used on the Saturday that bled through, the ultra fine point. It is actually my favorite Sharpie, but it totally bled through that paper. Then I have this Elegant Writer that I got in a set. I did not try it yet, but it is juicy. It's got one of those marker tips, and it's juicy, so I would expect it to bleed through. That's why I didn't try it. I figured it would bleed through, and didn't think the Sharpie would. This is another Japan pen, Sailor. I haven't tried it on that paper, but again, it's really juicy, so I wasn't expecting it to not bleed through. And this one is another Japan pen. It's a Tombow, and very juicy. So Then I did use these. These are Pacific Arc black liners, and they are the ones I used for the Wednesday, and they totally bled through. So I'm just thinking this paper is not good for pens. Now, this Stabilo I got at the class with Dina Wakely, and it is now one of my favorites, and it is a water-soluble pencil. And if you were going to use it, much like this one, I think you would be great. They're pencils, they're not going to bleed through, and you can water activate it so that you get that more intense color. And just like the watercolors didn't give me a problem, I don't think these would give me a problem. Of course, I got a pair of scissors, and then a paint pen that I haven't even opened. Not even sure why it's in there. It was just already in the bag. So that's what I have got in here for my travel set. I am going to swap it out though. I think I'm going to go more pencil for this upcoming week. Actually, let me go and take that out. I think I am going to go more pencil. I think I'm going to leave my Stabilo, even though he's so tiny. And yeah, I think I'm going to put pencils in here and try that instead and see if I like that better. I'm enjoying Omnijournaling, and if you don't know what Omnijournaling is, it's basically everything journaling. It is a combination of doing a day timer, bullet journaling, art journaling, and anything else. You just take all the things you love about journaling and you put them all, mash them all together in short little bursts. So this was Monday, this was Tuesday, this was all Wednesday, this was still Tuesday. Thursday and Friday, I didn't actually get any done, so I just basically made a page saying I didn't get anything done. This was Saturday, this was Saturday, and of course it's not finished. So it's just kind of bursts, and I like that, especially if you're on tight time, or if you're doing it like at your lunch hour or first thing in the morning, just to get your creative juices flowing. I think this is a really great way to do it. And again, I liked everything except markers in this journal. So if you haven't tried Omnijournaling yet, try it. Post what you think. Post some of your pages. Show us. Art Journaling Artists. If you are seeing this on YouTube and not a member, why aren't you a member? Come join. We're having a great time. If you're seeing this on Art Journaling Artists, remember, participation is the key. The more people that participate, the better this group will be. Have fun, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.